Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today, as you already saw in the title, it's time for a ring workout. I'm taking these babies and I'm going to the rooftop. I'm planning to do some Victorian, some straddle planche and some accessory exercise in the direction of Maltese. So I invite you to join me on my ring workout. I will put my split in the description and I will lead you through it as I'm going through it. This is my first time trying the split, so I cannot guarantee it's working, but I hope it does. And if you find it interesting, you can try it out for yourself or at least take some ideas from it and put it in your split. And from here I take you directly to the rooftop. My problem with the straddle planche on the rings especially is that my legs are hanging low, which was also my problem on the paralettes, but I started fixing it. But on the rings it's really bad. You can see in the video my legs are like hanging as if I'm doing not even advanced tuck. But it's okay, I'm gonna work on that. Sadly there is no way to hang bands here. Like, at least I couldn't think of a way to hang bands. Otherwise I would have fixed my form with some band assistance. But it doesn't matter. I put on my wrist wraps, so it's time for the 4 Victorian attempts on the rings. I haven't trained Victorians for months now, so I assume it will suck badly. But it is what it is. I gotta get back into it, and I gotta, I hope I can actually achieve the Victorian until the end of this year. For the Victorian, you need a lot of choke to hold that much false grip. So the choke I recommend is Star. It's a Bulgarian brand. It's a startup company. You should follow them on Instagram. The choke is really good. Like, I haven't put choke since the beginning of my workout and I still have choke on my hands. This is insane. When I'm using other chokes, I put choke every 3 sets at least. But now, perfect. Like, I don't slip at all this workout and it's not that cold outside. So my hands are sweaty, but it's still perfect. I recommend it. Star. So, as I assumed, the Victorians sucked badly. But it's not bad, like, the training doesn't always go as planned. But now usually I would do sphere P-bar Victorians. Since I don't have P-bars here and I'm too lazy to bring my Rama's Fitness paralettes or my Decathlon paralettes, I will do assisted Victorian on the rings, which essentially isn't as good as P-bar Victorian in this case, but it's like it's an acceptable alternative. You gotta love windy Germany. So essentially for the assist P-bar Vic, you put your hands inside of the strap here or up here. So you change the lever and then you essentially grab the ring and do the Vic like that. Like, it's not a perfect alternative for the P-bar Victorian, but it is something. that wasn't especially wide, but it was a okay Victorian. The problem with this Victorian is that if you compare it to the normal P-bar Victorian, you're hanging under the bars. Like, I will put a screenshot on the video. Essentially, if you're doing it on P-bars, you're trying to stay above the bars, or at least on the level of the bars. But here, when I'm doing it with the straps, I physically cannot push hard enough so I can stay above the bars. But it's still okay. I'm still trying to be retracted. I'm still trying to push as much as possible upwards, and I'm still trying to stay level to the ground. I think it's a good progression for the Victorian. Usually around this time I would start doing some Maltese attempts with bands on the rings, but since I cannot hang the band properly, I will just be doing them on paralettes. Okay, so actually that wasn't too bad. I expected much worse. Obviously it wasn't good, but it wasn't bad. So I'll try another attempt with the same width, and I will try to keep my posture better and my legs lower. Shout out to Astro for his awesome music. Now it was much better, I think, but the paralettes slipped. 2 more attempts to go. In my opinion, you will not do that much progress with bands unless you do progressive overload, which essentially means starting with a super heavy band, and when you're feeling sure enough, moving to a bit lighter band. Other than that, what I'm currently doing is not really training for Maltese. I'm trying to get used to the position, get used to the right position, get used to the element, and also I'm trying to prepare my tissue for the element, which essentially means preparing your joints, preparing your bands, and preparing your muscles to work with the element, but of course with a lot less weight than you would usually work with if you were using your body weight. Okay, because of the circumstances I cannot hang a band, but I would have done 4 more sets of assistant Victorian, like a Victorian cross with bands. But since I cannot do that, I'm done with the training. It's not a heavy training. It's supposed to be light, because I'm currently not focusing on rings too much. But I'm done with the training, and because I love doing basics on the rings, Jesus Christ, I cannot balance on those chicken legs. Because I love doing basics on the rings, I will be doing some dips on the rings and some pull-ups on the rings maybe, and in generally some basics so I can feel the pump. And I will film that too. I hope you enjoy it. I think I will do like 50 dips and then 50 pull-ups, and that will be it. Just a basics training.
За 2 живота напредена слушах се на тъпочи. Няма да ме знаеш само. Преходността уби ми апетита за скъпочи. Няма да ме знаеш само. Ти си рапър по беран, оставаш си малък като померан. Няма да ме знаеш само. Вече не се доверявам, искам да се връщам като бумеранг. Няма да ме знаеш само. Не вижте ги свалям от манежите и ги пращам по строежите.
Okay, the dips, the rings are ready, the rings are all set up. It's time for the pump. And as you can see, I still haven't put any more choke on my hands, and I still have choke on my hands since the beginning of the workout. That's why I cannot recommend Magnastar enough. Check them out, I'll put the link in the description.
Доказано убивам всичко живо. Няма да ме знаеш само моето нещо не е типично било. Няма да ме знаеш само мъдро завален, но боро нагален. Няма да ме знаеш само виждаш забавен, но всичко забравен. Няма да ме знаеш само малко съм живял и нищо не съм видял, ама ще замоля. Няма да ме знаеш.
I swear, there is nothing like the Bulgarian dips on rings.
Казвам го с риск да се повторя. Няма да ме знаеш само. 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 Няма да ме знаеш само.
Who the hell is Caleb?
Това хваща повече от алкохол трева. Хваща ма стиска за... Ако си с моето темпо ти ще ритнеш камбаната. Чувствам се луд като не си кебаната. Пълен театър, жу си вечно в драмата. И тя е куче, ма не ми ближе раната. Аз и музиката само двамата. Как ми е ръцете се пълня баната. Тупите филми е бами мамата. Жега до тебе е да си сауната. Станах изръж, защото така се чувствам. Но в телевизор, защото така се чувствам. Не влиза в колата, ще купя някаква дето е наблизо, защото така се чувствам. Лятото женем, така се чувствам. Няма да се лъжим, защото така се чувствам. Лежиш на стари лаври, аз не лягам, ти си мега тъжен, ма не ти се чувствам. Това хваща повече от алкохол трева. Хваща ма стиска за врата. Дълбокото с теб ще се потопя. Просто няма как да спра. Няма как да спра. Няма как да спра. Няма как да спра. Даже и да искам просто няма как да... Морска вълна възаля, ей, мокрове май заваля. Ей, шипка от мене в живота ти, ето че става пълен мазаляк. Ей, кът на стероиди ходя надъхан, пак даже не съм толкова сяк. Ей, за първи път в този град, ей, ама съм типа джанак. Ей, просто го правим, тука не са хвален. Никво внимание за тия кавале. Боли ма ханша, като хамален. Отдавна във филма, Георги Мамалев. Оркезър без име, лекъве тозве. Худа хил изхваща като козве. Стрелям каубойски рататата, мойски на краката, с тях се чувствам бозве.